With all the leaks and rumors floating around and the alleged product launch is about to happen, it's a bit of a scary and confusing time to buy an iPad. However, as per your request, today we're going to talk about an iPad that's safe to buy as of mid-February 2021. But before we jump into things here, I would appreciate it if you leave a like on this video, comment. Any interaction helps my videos reach more people and also helps the well-being of my channel. So yeah, with that said, let's jump into things here. So with the iPad 8th Gen and the iPad Pro 2020 models on the verge of an alleged refresh, there's only one new iPad model left to talk about, and that is, you guessed it, the iPad Air 4, the iPad that I think is safe to buy as of right now, mid-February. And before we talk about this, I want to briefly go over the leaks and rumors pertaining to these models of iPad. Once again, the 9th Gen iPad, which will succeed the 8th Gen, is rumored to have an iPad Air 3 body, probably the same processor, maybe an A13, maybe something better, but overall, this tablet is going to get thinner and lighter, and it's going to be a substantial enough upgrade, so I would definitely wait to see what Apple does there. And of course, the iPad Pro, although the overall design is going to remain the same, the processor is rumored to be a lot better. A14X, with 5nm architecture, way better than the 7nm architecture found in the 2020 models, so increased performance, maybe M1 level performance, and of course, a mini LED display to make things better. But yeah, the iPad Air 4, if you remember, got a huge overhaul, especially with design compared to the iPad Air 3. Sure, it still retains a 60 hertz display, but it's now full screen. And of course, as I flip the iPad over here, as you can see, it very much resembles the iPad Pro in its design. It packs the 2nd Gen Apple Pencil and the Smart Connector on the back here. It supports the Magic Keyboard. So this is the iPad Pro-like tablet most consumers have wanted, especially because it's cheaper too. This, of course, starts at $799. This starts $200 cheaper at $599. So Apple successfully made a great tablet for the general masses who aren't necessarily pros or looking for pro features like ProMotion and the insane multi-core performance, which is great for 4K video and stuff. But nonetheless, this is a very powerful tablet with the A14 processor. As you know, it's found in the iPhone 12 Pro. But yeah, even though this doesn't have an X at the end or a Z at the end in the 2020 iPad Pro's case, it's still a very powerful processor nonetheless. Great for gaming, great for some video editing and content creation, but overall, it pushes iPadOS really, really beautifully here, especially for digital note-taking and stuff like that. This is a huge reason people buy this tablet. I've had several friends buy the iPad Air 4 for school, and it is a great college tablet or great school tablet, high school tablet, whatever you want it to be. I would personally use this if I didn't own an iPad Pro or if I wanted an iPad Pro and I was more on a budget. This thing is fantastic. And for these reasons, because this iPad got such a huge, design overhaul, spec overhaul, etc., I don't think that Apple has a reason to refresh. The reason I say that is because, even though we did see an iPad Air 3 in 2019, before that, the iPad Air 2 was selling for like 2 years because it had a great processor, the A8X. It also had a great, design with a laminated display and Touch ID. So I have a feeling that this is going to be a tablet that lasts people a while, Most consumers are going to be fine with the A14. Hell, people are fine with the A12, which is found in the 8th Gen, and this is being sold brand new. So since the processor is so much better, since this display is so much better than what we've seen in the iPad Air and from previous years, yeah, I think that this is going to be a great tablet to buy for the next year or so. I mean, if Apple does see that people are buying this tablet a lot, maybe they will come out with the next iteration, but for at least for the next couple months, I mean, I can't see them refreshing this in March, This tablet is just too good right now to do that. It's selling too well. It probably cost them too much. So if anything, I would at the very earliest expect a refresh later this year if they want to refresh it on a yearly basis, or they're probably going to refresh it in 2022. That's my best guess. They're probably going to put a bigger or a better processor in there and keep the design relatively the same. Yeah, Apple tends to do that. But yeah, at the end of the day here, I think this tablet is fantastic. It's for most people. It resembles the iPad Pro in the best ways while still retaining a very nice $599 price point, and of course $749 if you want more storage on the inside here. And again, I don't think Apple's going to change this anytime soon. So if you are looking at this tablet, go right ahead and buy it. However, once again, if you are considering buying a baseline iPad or an iPad Pro, I would wait a month or so because, again, the iPad Pro is about to get a huge spec bump with regard to display and processor, and the iPad 8th Gen with the 9th Gen is about to be a lot thinner and lighter and maybe faster as well. And that about wraps things up here. I hope this video was helpful. Once again, I'd appreciate it if you leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe for more content like this. I got a lot more iPad content coming during the month of February and of course during the month of March if Apple decides to have an event. And as always, I'm Noah and I will catch you all in the next one.